Hey guys, it's your girl Carrie, and in my last video I left a poll to ask you guys which video you would like to see next, and it was a 50-50 split between the Christmas theme decor and the Pottery Barn dupes. So what I decided to do was to combine the Christmas decor and the Pottery Barn dupes. So I'm going to turn the camera around, share with you what my ideas are for this Christmas, and then kind of walk you through what I will and will not buy from Pottery Barn and where you can actually get a better dupe or price for the item. So let's get started. Oh dear. Yes, my deer collection is ever growing, and wouldn't you know, my theme this year is going to be based around deer. So drum roll please, what will Carrie be doing this year with all of her deer? Well, this year I plan on doing a cocktail bar. I want to do a Starbucks themed cocktail bar. I thought that would be a really cool play on Starbucks coffee because, you know, during Christmas time you have the star and I have all of these bucks. So I just changed out the logo from the Starbucks logo. I just put in kind of like a laurel / Christmas wreath and a silhouette of a buck's head, and instead of coffee we're going to do cocktails, and our cocktails are actually going to be hot cocoa, like spiked hot cocoa based and spiked coffee based. We will also have some regular cocktails at our cocktail bar. So I'm going to send this off to the printers so they can actually make it look like the Starbucks logo. So this is my rough draft. I don't know how to do Photoshop and all of that, so I'll send that over and they'll just give me my custom logo. Now let's walk through my collection and compare the items that are actually also found in Pottery Barn. First up are these deer antler napkin rings. I got these several years ago as a Christmas gift, and these were from Kirkland's, and they came in a set of 6, I believe, for $12 retail price, but I believe we got them on clearance. Now Pottery Barn is selling the exact same wands. They have more of a rustic natural feel like the antlers there, and also the gold color. Next up are these beautiful deer martini glasses. How gorgeous is that? Here's the gold one, and then I also picked up the silver collection. And these martini glasses were the inspiration for my Starbucks cocktail bar for this Christmas. Now these are also at Pottery Barn, and Pottery Barn are selling them at $30 each. So each one of these martini glasses is $30. I picked mine up from Home Goods and Marshalls. So the silver ones came from Home Goods and they were $9.99 each, and I purchased 4 of them, and then the gold ones were from Marshalls and they were $9.99 as well. And these were the inspiration for my cocktail bar. I also have these beautiful stemless wine glasses with the buck head on the front of them. I got these for a gift, I believe 2 years ago, and at that time these were being sold for $3.99 each glass. They do have them in Marshalls, Home Goods, TJ Maxx this year again, but they raised the price to $4.99. They have them both in the silver color and the gold color. Now these glasses are similar but not exactly the same. Pottery Barn has an old-fashioned glass that's kind of like this, and it's being sold for $19.50 each. I have this beautiful decanter here. It has the antlers at the top, and then just a glass, like a recycled type glass bottom. And this I picked up a couple of years ago at Home Goods, and it was $12.99. Now Pottery Barn has something similar. Now it's not an exact replica because Pottery Barn actually has the entire deer head, and they are selling theirs for $149. I have my Pier 1 fir Christmas trees that I'm pulling out again this year, and I got those on clearance several years ago. The little deer there I always put on my kitchen counter. And there's my large buck right there. You'll see him everywhere. He's been on my mantle. He's been the centerpiece for my tablescapes. Every year I put him out somewhere in my decor. I absolutely love my reel. These are natural deer antlers, and I've used these several years in a row on all different kinds of tablescapes and buffets and things like that. And this year will be no exception either. Now I have this beautiful cake stand, this, deer head cake stand. The antlers kind of hold up the cake plate, the glass portion. And you guys have seen this in a fall tablescape a couple years ago. And I'll be using this on my cocktail bar this year. And I also received this as a gift. And I have my cute little deer head serving spoons. And I've had these for several years. I think you saw this on my lumberjack themed Christmas tablescape that I did about 4 years ago. So we'll pull those out and use those somehow. And then finally I have this deer head here. And this is actually supposed to be mounted on a wall. So basically what I'm planning on doing with that is mounting it inside of a huge picture frame and then putting a large wreath around it, and that will anchor my Starbucks cocktail bar. So he will be the star of the show on my bar. I also have a deer bottle opener and an antler ice scoop. So I am really pumped about my Starbucks cocktail bar this year. I think it's going to be fabulous. I'm still mulling around with some creative names to name the drinks. If you saw my mocktails and cocktails for the holidays a few years back, I came up with some creative names for drinks. I did a Jackie Frost, a Jack Frost. I did some, I believe, like some sugar cookie type drinks. I'll leave the link to that video in the description box below in case you're looking for some drink inspiration. But I need to come up with some new ideas and some new names for drinks. So if you can think of any holiday drinks that would fit this Starbucks theme, leave a comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Now on to the next portion of this video. Now I shared the items in my deer collection that are dupes of the Pottery Barn. And I wouldn't necessarily say dupes, but you can also find similar items elsewhere. For me personally, almost everything in Pottery Barn can be purchased at Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross, and all of the other discount stores for a fraction of the cost and about the same quality. Now there are very few items that I think I would purchase from Pottery Barn, and those items would be bedding. I think they have awesome bedding, and I would purchase drapery. I think they have awesome drapery, but I have an awesome mom that sews all of my drapery for me. But if you don't have that option, the drapery is really good at Pottery Barn. Now here are some of the things that I would not buy at Pottery Barn, and you're going to get the exact same quality for a much lower price. Chargers. I would not buy chargers. This charger here, I got these in a set. I purchased these in a set of 4, so it was a 4-pack for $9.99 from Ross. So that makes it about $2.50 each. In Pottery Barn, these are $16.50 each. So each one of these are $16.50. That's a ripoff. The same goes for their galvanized metal chargers. These up for $3 each out of Michael's several years ago, and I believe they're selling them for $12.50 each in Pottery Barn. And then most recently, if you just saw the tablescape that I did, I posted that video like a couple of days ago. These rattan chargers in Pottery Barn, these are $18 each. I actually happened to get mine from a thrift store, and I paid $3 each for them, but I have seen them in places like World Market, and I'm trying to think of other spots for about $8 each. So you still can get a better deal than Pottery Barn. Another item that I wouldn't purchase from Pottery Barn are candles, scented candles that is. So in Pottery Barn they had a candle about this size and they go for $59 each. And the throw on those candles, you didn't get a good throw. The scent wasn't, you know, strong. It didn't seem like it would fill up a room. And for $59, I really want my whole home to have the scent. And I personally like to pick my candles up from TJ Maxx, Ross, Home Goods. Now, I like specific brands within those places, and my favorite brands are the DW Home brand, and this one right here is a pumpkin rum candle, and this is $7.99, and it will have your entire home smelling magnificent. $7.99, great price point. And this one right here is also an awesome scent. It is called Cider and Clove. And this is the other brand that I absolutely love. And you can find this brand in TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Home Goods. And it's called Makers of Waxed Goods. And sometimes you'll see it abbreviated on their packaging. It'll say M of W and G. Makers of Waxed Goods. This right here smells delicious. And this has a great throw. Your whole home will be scented from this one candle. Another item that I would not purchase from Pottery Barn are picture frames. Their picture frames are very much so overpriced. This exact picture frame is being sold at Pottery Barn. They have a couple of different sizes of this version, and it starts off from $29 on up to $59. And I picked up my version of this frame from Ross stores for $4.99. And I've had this frame for, I don't know, about at least 5 or 6 years now, and it is still beautifully shiny. It has not tarnished or turned. It is just a gorgeous frame for a fraction of the price. Other items that I would not pick up from Pottery Barn are their decorative pillows, especially the holiday pillows. You can get the same or similar quality from the same stores I talked about, Home Goods and TJ Maxx. They have some amazing holiday pillows. That are very much comparable to Pottery Barn. Now, if you can catch the Pottery Barn pillows, they usually sell their pillow covers and the inserts separately. If you can get that on a good discount, several times a year they really mark those down. You can get a good deal on pillows, and I would rather spend the money on pillows that I would use daily, not the holiday pillows, because those are just going to be out for a little while. So if you want to invest money in pillows at Pottery Barn, go ahead and purchase those that are going to be on display throughout the year, like every day. And right now they have a great deal on their pillows. Another thing that is so overpriced in Pottery Barn are their baskets and bins, especially the natural ones. Their Beachcomber collection, I believe the huge Beachcomber basket that you can throw all kinds of pillows and blankets in, they're selling it for $99. And I see those all the time in TJ Maxx and Home Goods for anywhere between $29.99 and $49.99 is the highest, and that depends on the size you get, because they do have various sizes of those Beachcomber baskets. Now, I will say, depending on the store, because Ross carries those as well, you have to look at the handles and make sure that the construction and the quality is the same. And honestly, for that big of a price difference, what I would do is think about how I would actually be using that item. So if I'm not always going to be pulling it, lifting it, and things like that, if it's just going to be decorative, pushed underneath a console table, and it's just going to house my pillows and blankets, you really don't have to worry about the handles, the construction and the quality of the handles on some of those, because it's just going to sit there. You're not going to be using it. So I would go ahead and go with probably the lower price point, as opposed to purchasing the one from Pottery Barn. But some of them are of equal quality. You have to just make sure you take a look at the one at Pottery Barn and make a comparison at all of the other stores to make sure that you are comparing apples to apples. Also, they had this other basket that kind of was shaped like a crescent moon, and I believe that was somewhere in the neighborhood of $89 at Pottery Barn. And in Home Goods, I found it for $24.99, and they had 3 varying sizes, so it went from I think $12.99 up to $24.99 for the largest size. And another item that I think is grossly overpriced in Pottery Barn are the flameless candles. The candles that don't have the flame, it's the little fake flicker of light. Those range from anywhere from $69 to $84 per candle. Now, so many stores are selling those flameless candles now, and they look just as realistic, if not the exact same, as the ones in Pottery Barn. And I saw a display. They had like a grouping of those candles with a few pine cones in there, and I'm thinking, you know, if you had 10 candles in there and they're like 80 bucks a candle, that's about $800 for that display, and that's absolutely ridiculous. You can recreate that look for probably under $40. So leave the flameless candles in Pottery Barn. Many of you might be thinking, wow, Carrie, you really hating on Pottery Barn. No, I'm not. I actually love Pottery Barn, their decor. I love the style. I like the items that they sell, but I just think that their items are grossly overpriced, many of those pieces. Again, the furniture, you'd have to compare that to something else. But what I really use Pottery Barn for is inspiration. I walk into a Pottery Barn, I can look at the tablescapes and look how they set things up. I'm going to link all the videos that I've done Pottery Barn dupes on, like tablescapes or decor, in the description box below, so you can check those out as well. Please be sure to help me out with some drink names, and also make sure that you take the poll so I'll know what videos to upload next. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and got some insight as to where you can find similar or exact replicas of the items I shared. And until next time, I'm going to keep calm and carry on. Bye guys.